Welcome back for another cube video. My name is Edward, also known as Strategy. This might be my last cube, unfortunately, of the season. I do have to go to work later, and I don't know if I'm going to have time tomorrow to do it before it goes down. So, I'm looking at a couple different cards here. Psychic Frog and Urza's Saga. I think they're both incredibly powerful strategies to be doing. It's kind of like Urza's Saga. I don't have to be artifacts, but it's obviously best in the artifact deck. Psychic Frog could be in a plethora of decks, including Reanimate strategies, Blue-Black Tempo, Grixis Control, you know. So I think I'm supposed to go Frog here. But it's not lost on me that, like, Urza's Saga into maybe Pinhead Prism on the wheel is not a powerful start as well. But let's take the Frog. Why is it every time I don't take the artifact card, I get an artifact payoff? I mean, I can still take Urza here. Psychic Frog definitely fits in a blue-black artifact deck. Psychic Frog fits in a lot of decks. I'm just going to take the Urza here. There's nothing here that's strong enough to make me want to pull in a different direction. I do wish I took the Urza Saga, though, since I'm taking the actual Urza himself. Well, now there's a Tezzeret, but we don't have much to go with it yet. There's a No More Lies, 3 steps ahead. We're not really a Sunset deck. Mana Confluence. Maybe I'm supposed to just take the Terza. Yeah. Maybe I'm supposed to just take the Tezzeret and hope. I think if I'm not taking the Tezzeret, aka Terza, I am supposed to probably take Multiversal Passage. I could also see a world where I take Death because I do have Psychic Frog. Maybe that's the choice. Death can also get back Urza if they counter it or kill it somehow. I want to swing for the fences. Let's take the Tezzeret. Let's hope to open a Mana Vault or something that we can abuse it with. I mean, there's a Candelabra. Do we spec on that or do we wait for it to wheel? Because there's also a Coveted Jewel and a Bolus's Citadel. I'm also not even too upset to take this Time Spiral, honestly. Wheel Effects are really good with Psychic Frog because you can just pump it and then exile some things you don't want to wheel back. So maybe we're supposed to take Time Spiral in this position. I could see that. Plus, Blue-Black has a lot of ways to punish our opponent's drawing cards. Well, if I'm trying to have a lot of artifacts, Galvanic and Legion Extruder don't seem like terrible options. I could also see just taking Hedge Maze here. It opens us up to, like, Leovold, as an example. Or even a random Fast Bond, maybe, if we have enough draw 7s. I think Galvanic Blast is such a common wheel that I am going to take the Hedge Maze. I don't need to take Legion, and if Legion wheels as well, then that's great. There's an Exploration. There's a Titania. I do love Titania. Notably, there's also a Mind Twist, but we currently don't have a way to abuse it. There's also this Blue-Black Talisman. There's a lot going on here. I don't think taking the Titania is correct. I don't know. This all just seems so weird and strange. I want to take the Titania anyways. If this was a blue fetch, I would take it over the Titania, but I'm gonna take my girl Titania. Such a weird draft. Okay, Green Sun Zenith. Do I just switch things up again? I could also see taking Mere Battlesphere, but Mere Battlesphere is not the greatest. This has gone sideways. Very, very sideways. Oh, there's a bird. There's also a Mightstone Weakstone. Am I abandoning the artifact strategy? Probably. Now there's a Vaultborn. There's also a Recurring Nightmare, which I don't have to be black. Sure. Yeah. Now there's Death again, but just another blue-green land. Okay, maybe we end up on Simic something. Put Tezzeret up. Urza can stay for a minute. I really wish I took Urza's Saga over the Psychic Frog. That seems to always happen, like no matter what I take here. Excuse me. Well, now there's a Sentinel, and there was a Zurin Orb around here too, wasn't there? Because that Urza Saga could have gotten. I'm pretty sure I saw a Zurin Orb in this pack. I guess I'll take the green-white duel. I'll take an Exploration. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw a Zurin Orb in this pack, and it just didn't wheel, which is unfortunate. Excuse me. There's still Sylvan Safekeeper, and hey, who knows? Maybe we can get a Nadu. Straight to jail. Oh, that's a Time Walk. Now Tameo is actually a great pick for us as well. There's also a One Ring, which I'm obviously going to pass here for Time Walk, but it's still good to note. I doubt it's going to wheel. There's also Time Warp potentially that can wheel. I doubt Chrome Mox wheels, although we did get a pick 8 Chrome Mox, so it's not unfathomable. Let's take the Time Walk. Into Mox Sapphire? Okay. Oh my god, I hope the Sylvan Safekeeper wheels. But yeah, we're going to take Mox Sapphire. Thank you very much. Alright, well that was exciting. Now what do we take? We could take Profs. We could take Bauble. I need to get fetch lands. Unfortunately, we passed, I think, 2 fetch lands so far. I could take this green-black duel and make Frog a little bit more playable. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. Bauble, Aether, or Underground Mortuary. I'm going to take the Underground Mortuary. I really, oh wow. This, just to be able to get the Titania might be worth it. Right now we only have Birds. Technically Green Sun is a second copy of Birds and Sentinel to get our Titania or Vaultborn. And maybe Ignoble Wheels. Natural Order can just be a very strong card, so I'm going to take it. Well, there's a Leovold. There's also a green fetch that I am just going to take. I wouldn't mind the Leovold on the wheel, but I'm taking this green fetch. It's very important that we have ways to abuse Titania, and if that Sylvan Safekeeper doesn't come back, Fetch Land, Wasteland, Strip Mine are going to be like the big ways we can abuse it. I don't think Crop Rotation is in this cube. Oh, there's a Nadu. There's also a Tameo. But Tameo has a very high chance of wheeling, and honestly, I kind of want to abuse Nadu. I have Sentinel. That can do something. And Sylvan Safekeeper, if it wheels, can also do something. I have not drafted a Nadu deck in either cube, so I'm going to take Nadu here. I have so many good green-blue fixing. I even have white fixing technically. So technically this Savannah, if I can get an Atraxa, we'll make the deck. Because there's my black, there's my green, or my white, I mean. Atraxa would be so good with this natural order. Okay, there's a Torsten. That's a way to get another good natural order target. I see the Ouroborid as well. That's a very strong card. Am I okay with Titania and Vaultborn being my natural order targets and I just take the Trop? That does seem risky. I'm gonna take the Torsten. I think it's close though. Oh, Gaia's Cradle? It's also a regrowth, but I don't have a lot of ways to abuse Gaia's Cradle, but I have Nadu. Like, surely I'll be able to use this Gaia's Cradle. I really hope that Ignoble Hierarch wheels. I think that's this pack or the next. I don't remember if it was my opener or if it was in the Mox Sapphire pack. I think it was in my opener. And then I think the pack after that was the Sylvan Safekeeper pick, maybe? Yeah, I think Sylvan Safekeeper was in the Mox Sapphire pack, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't matter. I just hope I wheel it. I don't care what pack it was in. Savannah is definitely making the cut now, though, because of the Torsten. It would be nice. I guess Narset wouldn't be the greatest in this deck, but... Okay, well... That's not great for us. I'm not interested in the Craterhoof Behemoth. I think I'd rather play the Pillage the Bog as a tutor. Nothing else here I'm really that interested in. And I'm not necessarily going to play that either. Okay, here we go. It would be nice to get this blue-green fetch, but I'm not going to pass Sylvan Safekeeper with both Titania and Nadu. That's blasphemous. Okay, now we have a Profs. Profs targets. Is that better than second green source land? I think it is. Oh, Lorraine revealed. There's also Wrenn and 6. But I'm going to take the Lorraine revealed. I don't want to play red if I don't have to, honestly. Oh, the Leovold wheeled. Yeah, we'll take a Leovold. That increases my chance of playing back. And so did Tameo for the Time Walk. Fantastic. And Tropical Island last picked? That's incredible. Wow. Okay, knee-jerk reaction, I want the Scalding Tarn. Let's reevaluate, though, and make sure that that's probably correct. And luckily for us, this pack is kind of not great. Man, Jace has fallen a lot. I remember when I used to, like, slam pick that. Like, maybe not pack one, pick oneable, although maybe once upon a time in, like, 2010 it was, but... when I first built my cube in 2013, I want to say, like, my first cube, Jace was just like one of the best things to, or at least one of the most exciting cards to open. Like no one ever passed it, like unless it was power or something like that, of course. But yeah, we're gonna take the Scalding Tarn. It is annoying that we have off fetches because again I don't want to play red, but okay, so Uro's not a bad one either. What is this? Surveil 2, you gain 2 life. The spell was cast from your graveyard, exile it, and then put in the battlefield transformed. Okay. Maybe that'll wheel, though. Am I using... I don't think I'm using this Grim Monolith, unfortunately. So maybe we just take Uro. Uro is a good one. And I haven't drafted a lot of Uro decks lately. If I took Wrenn and 6, I'd be interested in this Commercial District. I actually do want this Esper Origins, but I'm gonna let it wheel to me. That's an Atraxa, ladies and gentlemen. In case you weren't aware, this is an Atraxa. Yeah. That is an amazing pick 3 for us, and although there are cards I would potentially play, like this Beseiju, nothing close to making me want to give up this Atraxa. Atraxa Time Walk in your natural order deck is just so incredibly good. Let's see, Scythe Cat Cub, Axebane. I could also take this blue-black land. I think I'm supposed to take this blue-black land if I want to play these black spells. Scythecat Cub is not lost on me as a green card for natural order. Trust me, I am paying attention, but I need to be able to cast my spells as well. Well, this is not exciting. This helps with the Uro, but this is a little bit more playable. Channel, no thanks. I already have Uro for dig through time, so I'm not really interested in that. Man, why can't there be a green dork? Like our ignoble hierarch didn't wheel, unfortunately. I guess I'll take this Nissa. Not excited about it though. Alright, well, I guess we're just going to be natural ordering the hard way here, unfortunately. Because we only see one more pack, and if it has a green small creature, I'm taking it over almost anything. With that said, what am I taking here? I'm running out of time. I don't know. Sure, we'll take the green card. I mean, it's a green card. Sure, we can natural order out of that. That's the only reason I'm taking it. Here, I guess we'll take the green-black land. Okay, that did wheel. That's great for us. That'll help us find a green dork. I'll take the Boseiju. Man, that really is unfortunate for us. Only getting one dork. I'm glad we got the birds, but still. Okay, there's Scythecat Cub. I don't hate Axebane, but this is already a 4-drop. We want to be casting our natural order on 4-drop, so I'll take the Cub for multiple reasons there. And the Witherbloom did come back. We have a lot of fixing that should help us, and I'm not above pitching an Uro that we've escaped or in Leovold to get a Torsten or an Atraxa into play. Sure, we'll take the dig. Not excited about it because we have Uro, so we're probably not going to play the dig, but we'll see. There's a small chance that I cut the black. I'll still play a couple black sources, obviously, for the Atraxa, but I don't know. We'll just have to see in deck building how I go for it. Yeah, that's our last pack, I think, here. Knight's Whisper. That's not a 0 if I keep the black in. I'll see you in deck building. Pardon me for this brief interruption to introduce this year's Oklahoma Land Run information. This will be our 7th year hosting this event. Featured events include a Legacy main event, a Vintage main event, and a Team Trios main event featuring both and including Modern as the third seat. If you can make it a day earlier, Thursday, July 9th, Game HQ will be hosting Last Chance Trials. These trials include various formats firing every hour starting at noon. Also happening Thursday, there will be a High Roller Vintage Cube starting at 7 p.m. A Charity Old School 93-94 tournament happening Sunday the 12th. Don't have power? Don't worry. You can proxy any card currently on the reserve list for all events during the Oklahoma Land Run. This year's Playmat artist is none other than Kai Sawatari. More information, including side events and trial kits, are coming soon. Check out the link in the description to keep up to date with this year's Oklahoma Land Run. Now let's get back to the action. So this is what I ended up going with. I did cut the Nissa because I can't natural order it, and I just have so many big things I wouldn't mind natural ordering. I cut the Urza and honestly a lot of the black. Psychic Frog is still good enough. Leovold actually is... I think without Leovold, I don't think I'm playing Psychic Frog. But since I'm playing black for Leovold, instead of just a splash for Atraxa, I do think it's worth playing. And I do think Pillage of the Bog is going to be better than Knight's Whisper in most of the games. So I haven't played with Avatar Kyoshi yet. I'm kind of excited to play with her. I know Nick was telling me that he's liked her performance, so we'll see. The fact that it hastes so you can tap out for her, I mean, she has 8 mana, but hopefully we just get the natural order for her. Anyways, it is 8 mana, so it's nice that you get to untap the land and attack with it immediately. So that'll be nice. We do have the Titania Sylvan Safekeeper. We have Nadu with Sylvan Safekeeper. It's not going to be the world's best Gaia's Cradle deck, but if we're rolling with Nadu, Gaia's Cradle is definitely one we want to get. Yeah, I think our mana base is actually pretty good for a 4-color deck. I do wish that these fetches weren't red touching. It does make them kind of limited. However, we have a bunch. I think we have all 3 fetchable. Yeah, we have all 3 fetchable Simic lands. So that helps a lot with that department because I'm only going to play 1 of each basic. So, but yeah, I'm excited and I'll see you in round 1. Welcome to round 1. I do think that this is going to be a mulligan. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to keep this. Oh, we have a fetch land to go with our Scythe Cat Cub. I will keep. And let's see, Scrap Shooter gone or Tameo gone? Probably Scrap Shooter, because Tameo can hopefully help us find Time Walk-esque cards. And I'm probably going to Wooded Foothills so that I can get the Mortuary land. So that way I have basically all my colors. I know I don't have the white, but I have to have Torsten in my hand for that to ever be relevant. Okay. Well, looks like we might be able to land a Scythe Cat Cub. That'll be exciting. Yep, we're going to get the Underground Mortuary. Lorien revealed. No thanks. Oh, a Profs. Is that what we want to play instead now? I don't think so. They might have a Swords here. Okay, they don't. Okay, yeah. So this way, like, if they untap and play like a Teferi or something else, this gives us a little bit better protection against that. Yes, the Teferi can bounce it, but it's better than letting them develop their board and then bounce it the following turn. Okay, that might be a problem. Now I can Tameo. Let's Mox. I will save the black, I think. Do I want to Profs or Ura? I think I'm supposed to Profs. Okay, well, Ura would have paid off for the record. And let's just probably get Hedge Bays in. Double the amount of counters on Scythe Cat Cub. Yeah, I'll keep that. That seems better than a random. Unfortunately, this Territorial Kavu does hit our excuse me, does hit our Uro. So I won't be playing Uro for a minute. Next turn, I'm likely to just want to play Titania if they tap out. I don't want to play Titania if they leave a bunch of mana open, although it looks like they're just actually playing Domain. Okay. Then never mind. I definitely want the Titania. I would love for them to elk my Scythe Cat Cub. Please elk my Scythe Cat Cub. Alright, they make food. That's fine. They're probably not attacking. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This is gonna be absolutely gross. Alright, Oko down. Why did I not just attack them? I guess I could have attacked them, but now I could attack them next turn. I should have looked at life totals, but I think obviously they would have been forced to block, and then they have an Oko. So, which turns off the trample. So I actually think I am supposed to kill the Oko. After thinking about it, I think I would still attack the Oko. Yep, that's fine. Post-combat, next turn, I'll probably Tameo for Time Walk. Okay, get rid of the Wan Shi Tong. I'll just take the 5. This might be a Wrath of God, unfortunately. Sunfall, same. Alright, I don't want them to get bigger, so I'll just let that happen. Yeah, what I didn't want to happen was like a balance effect. I'll get the Savannah now. Okay. What does this Uro do? Uro comes back immediately? No, it's nowhere close to coming back immediately. Okay, so let's Tameo for Time Walk. Did not hit a Time Walk. Now I'll play the Sentinel. And now I can play and cast Uro in the same turn. Or play and escape Uro, I should say, in the same turn. And then I will plus Tameo for Time Walk again. Okay, that's a good one. I'm glad it's not hitting our Uro. Incubator to attack Tameo seems fine. Alright, let's... do I want to... No, I definitely want to just try to find Time Walk. There we go. And I even hit the land, so I can do it all. That's great. Alright, don't need. Don't need. Oh, and a Naughty to follow it up with? That's great. 13 cards left in deck. Let's Time Walk. I am going to Surveil. Oops, I did not want to use both my green. That's kind of annoying. Okay. Yep. I was going to say, I'm getting a Time Walk turn. Torsten, I wouldn't draw any cards off of because I don't want to die. Because Uro, I have to do that. But yeah, that was a good outing. I will see you in round 2. Welcome to round 2. We have 2 hours to complete this draft. So I definitely will not be doing another one after this, unfortunately. I mean, Birds of Paradise into Tameo starting to name Time Walk. That seems fine. Maybe Torsten gets there eventually. Keep. Titania off the top is great because we have the 2 fetch lands. Okay. Doing this to play around a potential Thoughtseize effect. going to play the bird. Next turn we can play the cottage and Sylvan Safekeeper. That's fine. Bird's not doing much. It lets us play Tamiyo the following turn, but I just hope they don't, like, go Dothy. Okay, this is not going Dothy. Sheoldred would be bad, too, here. I was going to say Barragoyf into Sheoldred, but... Oh, Hardcast Grief. Okay. Well, if they don't take the Tamiyo, and they don't take the Tamiyo later, I can just get back the Sylvan Safekeeper. Okay, that makes sense. That was a horrible draw for us. Alright, well, it's not looking great for us. Natural Order wouldn't be the worst in 2 turns. That's fine. We have lands to make the... Oh my gosh, just worst possible draws every time. Watch, now we're going to draw the Natural Order, maybe. This makes food, right? Yeah. Okay. Plotted to pillage the bog. We take 3. We still have a lot of cards that can get on the board and prevent us from just losing the game. It would be nice to draw one. Uro would be great here. Sure, I'll take a Time Walk. I'm not excited about it, though. Let's get the Mortuary. Don't have double blue for Uro at this point. Ooh, Titania? But we don't have the land. I can't keep this Titania. That's so bad. That feels so bad. Alright, there's a Nadu. Maybe we can get a Profs next turn. Profs into Uro wouldn't be bad. Yeah, getting rid of that Titania when Tamiyo's in the yard feels really bad. If Tamiyo wasn't already gone, I wouldn't care, because Tamiyo can just get it back when we have a 5th land. Opponent can Demonic Tutor for a third of their deck, almost, with this Pillage the Bog. Well, we're making them pause. And also, if they have removal, it'll trigger the Nadu, which is nice. The only way it wouldn't if it's like Sheoldred's Edict. Opponent tanking. I guess that makes me feel good. Maybe they're just debating on using removal here or not. Okay, no, they're just going to plot. That makes sense. Alright, now they are doing it for a little over a third now. Instead of a little under. Okay. Yep. Alright, draw something, please. That's a Boseiju that does very little. I mean, that blocks, I suppose. We get to block the Grief now, and then next turn we can maybe block this. Alright, we'll take 4. Now I get to attack, starting to exile stuff. If they have a Reanimate for the Grief, it literally is whatever. Oh, they have red. Is there like an Atali in their deck, maybe? Grave Titan might do it, unfortunately. I really need to hit a land here. Oh, no. Yeah, Grave Titan might do it. See, I block Grave Titan. I gain 3 from the Uro. That's 8, and I still die. Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna take 6, and I still die. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I don't know why I forgot that this was attacking. All right. Let's see if they attack all like they should. All right. Good game. See you next round. Welcome to round 3. Our opponent just had just enough disruption, and we didn't really have good enough draws to punish. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Profs, Nadu. I might want to wait to prof. I'm going to keep. Delighted Halfling, eh? Okay. I will be cycling Lorien revealed here. Another blue-green deck, it looks like. Let's see if they have natural order. Unlicensed Hearse, eh? Well, that's annoying for our eventual Uro. Okay, well, I am going to do this. I do want the profs to trigger on the Nadu. I'll keep this too. I have a game plan for the next couple of turns, and then this will help find something for when that's all said and done. At least this is crew too, so they can't start doing something immediately. This is also going to make our time walk Tamiyo strategy very bad. It's funny, the first rendition, no one was playing Soul Guide Lantern or Unlicensed Hearse, and now it seems like a lot of people. Okay, well, I'm glad our opponent seems to be taking their sweet time and beating us. Don't get Stern. No, this can't get Stern Scolded. No, yeah, it can, right? I think it's 3, or is it 2 or less on either stat? I don't remember. Okay, there we go. I guess they had Mana Leak up too. Interesting that they didn't attack with the Delighted Halfling. I get. Oh, duh, because of that. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sorry. Okay. Opponent is very much Simic. Oh, that's not a bad draw. Let's profs first, see if it resolves, and if not, we have a Psychic Frog for post combat. Don't have a Hull Breacher. You have a Hull Breacher? Or is this a Tashana's and that's why you're thinking about it? Because if you have Tashana's, you should Tashana the Nadu. Okay, if they had Hull Breacher, they would have played it by now. There's no way they're sandbagging this long for a Hull Breacher. Okay, I think they have a Tashana's and that's why they're waiting. Yep. Good job. They figured it out. We still get the counter. And we still get to attack. This is a 1-1. This is a 4-4. And this has crew 3. Okay, no. So it will kill it. I don't know if that's worth it or not. Yeah, let's attack. Let's see what they do. They can trade either their Delighted Halfling or their 4-4 Reckoner. And they can even draw a card for it. If I were them, I would take the trade. Okay, no. Let's Psychic Frog. This they can Stern Scolding. This I'm going to have to wait till I have 6 mana if I want to get everything. Because they won't have priority to exile it if I wait for 6 mana. So next turn might be a sad little plot, say go. But you know what? I'm building up towards Tamiyo, or not Tamiyo, sorry, Atraxa, and that's not the worst. That Tishana's Tidebinder was really good for our Nadu. I wish they just Tishana'd our profs. Oh, Leovold. Leovold doesn't stop the Reckoner if they use it on our turn, though. Okay. I'm severely debating if I want to actually use the Savannah or not, or just play tapped. I'll just play the tapped land, and I guess I'm saying go. It's kind of depressing. I don't want to discard 3 cards to jump my frog right now. Consult? Okay. That does not draw them cards, so it works. Also, they're not Reckoning. Interesting. I would have just Reckonered, I guess, but I don't know. This isn't kicked, right? Or did they kick this? I can't tell if it's sparkling, so maybe it was kicked. Is that what this little symbol means? Okay, they did put 2 cards in. Okay, that's why. I didn't pay attention to how much mana they had there. Eat their own yard. Okay, I'm okay with this. Sure. Raphellos. That can be very scary. Badger Mole Cub. That can also be scary. Okay. Well, I would like to hit a time walk here. But at least next turn I have the Esper Origins kind of going off regardless. Okay, they do not have a lot of blue in their deck, it looks like. My turn. Okay, and then we have Vaultborn after that too. That's not bad. Get this into play. If they go to exile, I'll just jump my frog, discarding the Pillage the Bog. Looks like that's what they're doing. I don't know why they would, though. They should wait. Okay, now they don't get anything on that, and I get to jump my frog and attack to draw a card. Everything is coming up Millhouse. I do think I want that land. And then anything else after that doesn't really matter. This is 8 mana, though, so let's... Oh, it's Surveilled to the Graveyard. Yeah, okay, so we're going to keep it on top. I would rather have it in my deck than exiled underneath their thing. Oh, yeah, that... Okay, so I should have stacked it probably differently. But drawing that's not the end of the world. This doesn't have flying, right? Okay, yeah, no. Sure. Alright, and next turn we have Atraxa. Maybe Vaultborn Tyrant, if we'd rather have that. This doesn't have Trample, though, does it? Yes, it does. Okay. Well, if they have Craterhoof Behemoth, we're dead. No, next turn we can just Avatar, actually. Okay, drawing 3 to draw 0. Fantastic. Yep, let's go to our turn. Let's make... Ooh. Maybe we... Do we go for the Tameo line, actually? Are we supposed to Tameo for Time Walk here? If I fail, what happens? I mean, I get to jump the frog and draw again. I guess I could Atraxa for Time Walk. Let's Atraxa for Time Walk, hopefully. We get 10 cards. That's over half of our deck. If it's in the top half, we find it. Now I would eat the card in my yard if they care. We did find the Time Walk. That is beautiful. Do we want the Titania? I don't think we need the Titania. I think I'd rather actually have the scrap. Yep. Good game. I'll see you next round. All right, welcome to round 4. I mean, we have a turn 1 Profs, turn 2 Leovold. Sure, why not? We even have Time Spiral to back it up with after it's all said and done. Glad I have this basic forest. Currency Converter, okay. And I even have Scythecat Cub to follow it up with Scalding Tarn. That's nice. It's too bad I'm not drawing any cards yet. Although if I get to 6 mana and they haven't killed this Leovold, it might just be game over. I'm going to put a billion counters and they're going to draw nothing. Ooh. Is that better now? That might be better now. If I hit a non-fetch land, I'll play it, then the Scythecat. Okay, cool. Now we play Scythe, and then next turn we have Time Spiral, which may just end the game. All right, let's see what they tap out for. Hopefully it's not a Toxic Deluge. It's looking like a Toxic Deluge. Oh, Thoughtseize. Ah. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Yep. They don't just lose the game. Gobin, okay. They can't draw cards because of Leovold. Oh, that's great. Get Tropical first, I think. Or no, I can get Hedge Maze. It doesn't really matter. I'll get... Or, yeah, I guess it does, because then I can get Breeding Pool the second time. Yeah, I'll keep that. Why not? All right, I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 5. This is a much less scary hand, but it's a hand I'm going to keep regardless. Scythecat into potential Leovold is a thing. If I want to play Leovold on turn 3, though, guaranteed, I need to Wooded Foothills for Mortuary Mire, which means I won't have a fetch for the Scythecat Cub. Bop. I actually don't think I want Bop. Honestly, I really hope this just eats a path. A Swords would be fine, but I hope it's a path. Yes! Okay, cool. Let's see, do we want the swamp? I guess we don't need the swamp ever, so it's the island. Yeah, that was very aggressive. Sure. I guess if they're a control deck... Yeah, they're probably a control deck, so that makes a little bit more sense. When I see basic planes go, I'm going to assume an aggro strategy, but... Yeah, and then now I can get Hedge Maze with this. It's a good thing they played Consider when they did. I guess, I mean, they could Consider on my turn, so it's fine. If this was like a Ponder... Oh. Sure. I'm going to fetch in response. Unfortunately, they do get the draw card because the Leovold will be gone. Torsten. I don't need Torsten. I have so many other big things. Yes. Oh, like this Titania. That sounds great. And now I'm 1 mana away from Vaultborn after I probably kill their Teferi. Yep. Now, they could have an instant speed Sunfall here, and that would be unfortunate. And I think I'm supposed to double attack Teferi. I could also just ignore the Teferi. I want to get the white source because of Traxa. Interesting. I'm going to do this. See what they do. Sure. Yep. Alright, Fractured Entity was a good way to deal with that. I will give it to him. I think I just want to Leovold and play the 4/4 now. And I definitely want... Oh, no, this doesn't get anything anymore. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that. Oh, no, this gets Tropical Island still. Okay. I think if they had a sweeper, they would have used it because Fractured Identity is way too good to use as a sweeper. Like, it's better than a sweeper most of the time. And Thunder Trap doesn't draw them cards, unfortunately. Neither does Stock Up. I kind of hope they tap out for Stock Up, though, all things considered. Yep. Okay. That does make me feel good. Let's just attack down the Teferi, see what they do. And then let's slam a Vaultborn. This way, if they have a Wrath, we get the 6/6 back. And remember, they can't draw cards with Leovold in play. Monastery Mentor can be a problem. Glad we have a Trampler. Okay. Well, this Terra Sunder is probably going to kill this Monastery Mentor. Or I can just play this. Let's attack and see what they do, because I could also Green Sun Zenith for Atraxa. I'm gonna... I don't know. I'll Pillage, because I really want to Terra Sunder this turn, so I might as well Pillage and maybe... Ooh, find Time Walk? Yeah, that sounds great. I could also Time Spiral, and that might end the game if it resolves. But I'm not going to get greedy. I'll get the Time Walk. Okay, I only have one black source. That's unfortunate. So maybe I Green Sun Zenith for birds now. Okay, there we go. Good game. I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 6. Yeah, we'll keep this. Probably lead off with Tropical Island in case this is the one that gets wastelanded. And then next turn I can Lorien Revealed for Hedge Maze and set up that Nadu Profs line. Okay. Oh, now we have a fetch. Yeah, they have mana untapped. I don't know what kind of deck they are, and Profs is fine, but I would like to get it going with Nadu. And if they kill the Nadu, then I still have Profs for value later. Do I want this land? I probably want this land, honestly, as much as it pains me. Okay. Interesting. I mean, yeah, let's... I mean, they get to play their counterspell if they have it, but you got to get them out of the hand somehow. Reprieve? Okay, that's not the worst for us. Oh, nice. Talisman, okay. They get one more spell? No, okay. Play the Nadu again. It probably gets hard countered now. Yep. That's fine. We will get Mortuary Mire that gives us our black, and also it makes Titania great, Leovold not bad, although they've used a draw 3 already. We may just Scape Shooter and then hopefully Natural Order into Atraxa Time Walk. That'd be great. Okay, Narset punishes us for not having profs. Don't have a Time Twister. March? Okay. Into Oko. Okay, well, it's not looking good for the home team. What does Sapphire do? Sapphire gets us closer to Torsten, so that's probably fine. I'm certain you're quite charmed to meet me. I think I'm supposed to tear asunder Narset and then just play profs. Oko's a problem, but it's a beatable problem. Okay, especially when you have Titania off the top. Titania off the top would be so good. Land off the top for Torsten if they don't have a counterspell would also be nice, but I imagine if they have a counterspell, they're just never tapping out. Okay, so unless they hit a force, have a force, or they just don't have many counterspells, I would love to draw land here. Did they miss? They missed. Come on, land right here, right now. Awesome. Torsten turns into a 3/3, but it's going to fill us up. And hopefully find Titania. Nope, it does not. That's sad. Oh, wait, we don't discard? How are we not discarding? Oh, profs. Yep, that's going to get elked real fast. And that's okay. Because we have Natural Order, Sylvan Safekeeper combo next turn for lethal, maybe. Not lethal the same turn, but the turn after. And honestly, if they draw 7S here, I do not care. Something they could do if they want to get tricky is they could attack us for 3, and when I block, they can Elk the Torsten, and then the Torsten will die. Because it'll be a 3/3 with 3 damage on it. That happens a lot with like constructs and vintage in the Oath matchups when someone's playing Urza Sagas. Okay. Sure. They're just going to get food now? Because they didn't Elk one of the other things. Okay, sure. Alright, let's see if they have a counterspell. So 3/7 mana is what I need here. Let's lead with the Sylvan. I guess I can sacrifice the bird too. I really hope that this natural order resolves. If it doesn't, it's going to be sad. I'm going to go for Titania. Cub. In turn. They need a board sweeper to get out of this, and I can still just untap and play Vaultborn. Dang. Okay. Sure. Get the breeding pool down. Tapped. Alright, I get to Vaultborn. They're going to Elk it. I'm debating on giving them a card to kill this. Oh, I can kill... Oh, no, I cannot kill the Oko for multiple reasons. But this has hexproof. Let's do it. Okay, attacking might have been a problem. Because now I have to block their 6/6 just to live. Yeah, attacking there was really bad. This has hexproof. Wait, oh, it's only hexproof on my turn? Okay, I blundered that and I apologize. I thought it just had solid hexproof. Yeah. That was really bad of me. Alright, I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 7. I completely blew that last game. I'll keep this. This gets a Surveil land to get the Uro going. I have 3 lands. I can play the Uro. Just fetch now. Sure. In retrospect, this does seem like a not great keep. having 3 basically dead cards in it. But if I can get the 6 and Time Spiral, it's not the end of the world. I'm just so tilted for missing that Hexproof. Yeah, Hexproof only on your turn. I guess that's a more modern thing. They don't like things just being hard for your opponents to kill because it's bad game quality or whatever. Let's go get a Tropical. Sylvan Safekeeper. If they have a kill spell for the Sylvan Safekeeper, I'm just going to let it happen. I could sack the Swamp, but Leovold off the top would be really strong. Strip Mine there is kind of annoying. Jet, Eternal Witness, Strip Mine. Okay. Sure. I guess this is going to find a land. The Cradle is just going to 100% get hit, but honestly, that's fine. It forces them to have to do it. And then maybe that means they don't play a 4-mana play. Well, at least I can say they haven't strip mined me yet. Alright, do you have regrowth strip mine? That'd be so nice for you. Okay, no. It was not a bad draw. Now I can attack. Alright, don't have a land. Dang. Alright. Let's draw a land, Edward. Untap green or blue. That's neither. This is aggressive, but I'm going to hit this Jet. They didn't do anything last turn. I want to hope that they can't do anything this turn. Preordain. Please don't have regrowth for strip mine, and please draw a blue or green off the top. Blue or green off the top, and this game goes wide open. Okay. Oh, come on, have the removal. Tap out for removal, come on. I mean, that kind of instantly resolved. Yep, let's leave the fetch land for Titania potential. I guess with that in play, I'm supposed to leave the Cradle, but I don't think it's going to matter. Sunfall again. Why does my opponents always have Sunfall? Yeah. Let's keep. I don't have white yet for the Atraxa, which is unfortunate. Depending on what they do here, I may Time Spiral, but I may not. Oh. It's too bad that I'm one short. They don't have a counter, though, for the Time Spiral. Okay. Sure. Yep. Choose, draw a card, please. Dang. Oops. That's not good. I didn't want to use my Mox Sapphire. Okay, they had Counterspell. Well, that's annoying. If I attack, they are forced to block, and then I get my 6/6 back, draw 3, get, you know, etc., etc. Okay. I can work with the Tameo. In fact, if I top deck a land, I can Tameo Time Spiral. No, the Jace bounce is real. Okay. Yes. Natural order for Torsten? No blocks. Why does this thing have flying? Okay, so I see a little less than a third of my deck for a Time Walk. 5 mana back doesn't do a whole lot. But if I miss the Time Walk, I can still have Bird Torsten. Let's go for it. Let me make sure I'm just not blatantly missing an obvious card. No, I'm not. Okay. Alright, Time Walk one time. Nope, and now I don't have the Torsten either. So I guess I was supposed to Torsten first, but then I don't have the mana to do what I just wanted to do. So, okay. What's left in my yard? Okay, I do have a blue. So I think I'm supposed to Titania. I can attack for 8, and it forces them to block. But then they just bounce. So yeah, let's Titania. No attacks. This has been a brutal game. And because of my massive punt last game, this is for all the marbles. Or it's to continue the marbles. It's not even for all the marbles yet. Alright, we are going to respond with a fetch. Wait, no, okay, because they're hitting the Leovold. We'll still respond with a fetch. I don't want to draw the island. Beseiju. Dang. Oh, no, that's not Beseiju. That's Origins. Okay. Teferi to bounce something else. Okay. Oh, if I would have gotten the Wooded, I could have gotten Savannah. Because Savannah's not accounted for yet. That was a misplay. Oh, no, Savannah is exiled. Because they hit it earlier. Okay, never mind. I was going to say, I checked my fetchable lands. So, yep. I do want to keep Tamio alive, because Tamio Time Walk is going to be an easy way to get out of this. Oh, wait, it has Trample. Ugh, that was so dumb. I'm just throwing, and I apologize. I don't know what to say. I can still Time Walk off the top, but I don't have white for the Atrax anymore because I got rid of the bird. So Atrax is just 0% to come down now. Yeah, that strip mine was really good for them. For what it's worth, having a 5/3 this turn, I mean, it's definitely better than literally throwing it away for nothing. But I don't know if it would have made the difference. Yep. Good game. Well, I'm sorry, guys. That was a unfortunate ending to an otherwise great deck, and yeah, it was a lot of fun to play. I'll see you in the outro. Well, that was a pretty disappointing outing there at the end, and I do apologize. I was really excited to play this deck. Still am. I 100% would run this back 40 for 40. Even though it's not the greatest, I definitely would want more like Elvish Mystic effects. But if I could run this back 40 for 40 right now, or just play a couple more pickup games for fun, I honestly would. I really enjoyed playing this deck. I hate that I didn't play the Vaultborn in the second to last match to gain life to stay alive. Thinking that my 6/6 had hexproof forever. And then obviously realizing that I would have been forced to block their 6/6 had hexproof not been relevant. Obviously meant that I should have just played the Vaultborn 100% there. So I apologize for that play. And then that last game, missing the time walk, but also just still misplaying after I missed the time walk was not the greatest either. And I realized way later that hand was very questionable. However, if they didn't have the counterspell for the time spiral, I do think it's just lights out. Like, there was a lot of things that could have gone our way that didn't, but that doesn't excuse the poor play. I'm just merely pointing it out. So hopefully next cube iteration, I will not be doing that. I will just be doing way more solid plays, thinking through my lines, like I was doing, a few videos ago. I was much better impressed with my plays then. So 4-3, not exciting. Technically, didn't make our money back on the draft, but it was fun, and that's all that matters. And there's like an hour left of these, so I don't even get to fire one, even if I wanted to. But I appreciate you watching and supporting the content, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.